line is just, it's like
ridiculous.
Like, so when I pull up, I never go through the drive-through because they have like the curbside pickup option.
Mm-hmm.
So I just be like, when I get there, hit the I'm here button. I probably end up waiting like 5 minutes to get my food. And people just sitting in the line trying to go through the drive-through. I'm just like, you guys are stupid.
Just dumb. I did that like twice. They usually took like 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Nah,
I was like, shoot.
Not out here, bro. They be quick. They be quick. I remember when I ordered my food, some dude, he walked up to the lady and he was like this, hey, look, can you take my order right here? She was like, yeah. Can I get such and such, such and such, such and such? And then I think
that is good Chick-fil-A service. That is
they got the best. They got the best service. They got the best service.
I was like, can you take my order from Detroit and I'll come out there and get it?
Nah,
sure.
Unfortunately, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Yeah, man. There's a lot going on in the world today.
There's a lot.
Like, I think today was a lot alone. I guess we could touch on it. It's a Q&A, right?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we could touch on it. What's first on the list? What we got?
First on this list is we got the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell.
My man, Roger Goodell.
Yo, man. I don't like that, man. No,
my man.
No, I don't mind Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell he's not a bad dude.
He's not bad, but he ain't good.
Yeah, like I said, in hindsight, he's not a bad guy, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. I read the responses. I read the tweet he sent out, the reports by ESPN, Sports Center, blah blah blah, what have you. I was just sitting there. I was like, I mean, why wait 4 years later? Like, I don't. That's like the NFL changing their stance on the whole thing. Like, why wait 4 years later? Because at this point, it just looks. To a lot of people, it looks disingenuous.
Right.
It doesn't look like you really mean it. It's just like you're just following this trend of people coming out and like speaking within solidarity to protect your brand.
That's exactly what he's doing. Exactly what he's doing.
That's exactly what it's like when like the other day when Drew Brees tried to recant on what he said about people kneeling during the national anthem still being disrespectful to the flag, when in our actuality what we know is that it's not about the flag. It's never been about the flag. You know, you do things in protest to bring people's attention to something, and I think at the time Colin Kaepernick he used what he had at his disposal. You know, he could have took out ads. He could have took out ads in the news. He could have did press conferences around the country, blah blah blah, what have you. But why not do it on the biggest stage possible, which is American, just American
on
football.
TV,
on TV with millions of people watching,
right.
Hundreds of millions of people watching. I think like looking back on it, like Colin, he saw that he had the vision, he had the keys to the truck, and he drove it.
Right.
Did it crash? Maybe. But it wasn't his fault. You know, it was like snow on the ground.
It was like a near miss. It was a near miss.
Yeah, it was like snow on the ground. So he crashed it, but it wasn't his fault that he crashed it.
Right. It wasn't my fault.
So weather-related, weather-related incidents. The insurance money will come back. And it did. Mm-hmm. You know, got that contract with Nike. Continued to support and help communities across the country on his own dollar. So, yeah, it was.
It's pretty good.
Nah, but yeah, I saw it, and it just looks like you recant to protect your brand and yourself as a commissioner of the NFL, to protect the NFL, which is a 70% black league, by the way.
Right.
So
I mean, he had to say something.
If he didn't, it would have been worse.
Right. But saying he said that the NFL was wrong for not listening to his players. I'm like,
what's the point of a players association? Like, why does it exist if you guys don't want to take heed?
Right.
Take heed to the words coming from the players. Like, I want to see. I didn't look, but I want to know who's exactly on the board for the player associations for the NFL. I know a few players on the board for the NBA, namely LeBron, Chris Paul, Who else is in there? I want to say Drew Holiday is one. Yeah, I know a few players for the NBA, but I don't know anybody for the NFL.
No, me neither. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm saying there's no need for a player association to exist if you guys aren't going to utilize it.
No need.
Like, we want to hear the voices of the players. All right, we have a few players who would like to tell you this, Commissioner, and how they feel. Bah, humbug. So yeah, bro, this is it.
And then what's his face? Then what's his face?
Who?
From the Saints. I ain't gonna say his name, Drew Brees, but you know, just stuff that he says. It's like, come on, y'all. This is really how people think.
I think who was the ESPN reporter who made her statements? Taylor Moore?
Oh, yeah, Taylor Moore-ish.
Taylor Moore. I think it was Taylor Moore. She made her statements, in disagreement with Max Kellerman talking about his heart. And I was like, I understand, like, Drew Brees was there for the city of New Orleans during Katrina. People like to always bring that up. It's like, well, what about Katrina? What about all the good he did for the city of New Orleans after the hurricane hit? And I was like, we're not overlooking the fact that Drew Brees had did something great for the community there.
Right, we're not overlooking that. We're just saying that what he's saying now about
and in the times, in the times that we have right now, it just doesn't make it. It doesn't follow suit with anything that is happening. Like, you see it, you physically have seen it now. Like, it's on camera, it's documented, so forth and so much. But at the same time, you can't look past that the original message that was sent when the kneeling began back in 2016. We're now in 2020. You've had 4 years to look, digest, research, and learn. If you still feel like this is a thing in regards to patriotism and its disrespect of the symbol in which America stands for, then you have not learned anything and you don't understand the plight of a community and demographic within this country. And then I hate reading the comments.
I don't know if it was First Take or Undisputed that told us about Drew Brees' history, like his upbringing. I think it was Undisputed.
It was more than Undisputed because First Take is more. Yeah, it was probably more sort of Undisputed than First Take.
Undisputed because I think Skip brought it up. Skip brought up that he was brought up Republican. His parents were attorneys and all that stuff, American, cool. All that stuff. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But when it comes to injustice, since your parents were attorneys, you should be able to say the right thing when the right thing should be said.
I mean, whether it's a PR piece or not, bro,
Drew Brees.
He literally could have sat there and been like this. I understand what it means. This is what the American flag means to me, blah, blah, blah. But I stand in solidarity with the people who feel with the disenfranchised people. You could have said that.
He could have said nothing and I would have been fine. He could have not said anything.
I mean,
pull a Tom Brady, not say nothing.
You see, Tom Brady hasn't said anything yet.
Tom Brady's at home like this, just chilling.
Jameis Winston looking at Teddy Bridgewater down there like.
Right, he's like, we are now the best teams in the NFC South. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and what is that? Carolina now? Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He texting Teddy B like this right now. You play with this dude? Like, yeah. You play behind him? Yeah. Guess who the QB1 now?
And Hill's going to be the starting quarterback now.
Oh my God! The fact that they're going to make Taysom Hill, of course, I'm not even like.
He can play any position though.
I mean, that's cool, bro. That's understandable. But like, I have never seen. Have you seen Taysom Hill throw the ball?
No. I mean, I've seen him throw the ball, but I've never seen him like take a snap that's like directed at him. You know what I'm saying?
Like usually when I see Taysom,
he only plays like quarterback, like on trick plays or running back, and that's
literally, bro. He's like wildcat formation. It's like Taysom Hill. We're on the 1 yard line.
Why are there two quarterbacks out there? Hold up.
It's like that moment where the coach wants to go like it's 4th and 1. He's like, we're gonna go for it. Taysom, get in there.
Shoot, knowing the coach of New Orleans, they'd be like, all right, it's 4 and 26. Put Taysom Hill out there. Hail Mary.
Punt the ball.
Hail Mary.
You better off having Mr. Brees on that Hail Mary.
Not after this.
Nah, shucks. People in New Orleans. I'm just looking at like that stout offensive line that he had is gonna look like a real turnstile.
They're gonna be like, go ahead, go get him. I'll be like Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship. Just swarm them. Just get them.
I'm looking at it like, you know, when you first play Madden against your little brother and they don't know what they're doing, so you just run blitz plays the whole time.
The whole time. I low-key did that earlier this week. I was playing Madden and I was like, all right, blitz. You
ain't got to
come around the back.
You ain't got to do nothing else, bro. You be like this. All right, I'm going to change up my blitz. Safety blitz.
Safety blitz. What is that? QB sneak.
Basically playing cover 2 the whole game.
Fam. Watch him throw a Hail Mary on a cover 2. He'd be like, I got you now.
He's like this. The safety has deep half. What are you doing?
I should send you the videos of what I do when I play Madden, bro. Chris be cracking up. Bro, like, how did you do that? I'd be like, hey man, I got the playbook.
I got the gift. I asked Madden.
This team shut down.
But nah, yeah, bro. So like, I mean, I appreciate Roger Goodell's words. I understand them, but too, I'm pretty sure a vast majority of this looks real disingenuous.
Yeah.
But that's that on. Yeah, I mean that's that on that. I think the biggest thing in the world was like when Mike Thomas took back his words, where I was like, "This, dang, bro, you really trying to protect those quick slants you about to get?" Yeah. You don't go back from like.
I've been watching TV all day, so I don't know.
Nah, so I mean it was yesterday. So like Drew Brees made his comments, blah blah blah. Then you get then Mike Thomas is out sitting there like this. What? I can't believe he said that. Can't be my quarterback. Blah blah blah. Such and so forth. Drew Brees issues apology. We all make mistakes. We're human beings. I'm like, come on, bro. Don't do that. Stand on what you said. Stand on what you said, bro.
You try to keep the starting position.
Basically.
That's it. He trying to keep the millions of dollars. He still got a family to feed.
This is true. He was like, he's sitting there like this. Dang, I was the best receiver in the league last year. Led the league in receptions and touchdowns.
But didn't go to the Super Bowl. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I think the last time that happened was like the best team, the best offensive team. I think it was Peyton Manning, and they got whooped.
Yeah. Who they play?
The Seahawks.
Ooh,
they got their ass whooped. 43-8.
That was a bad game. That was a bad game.
That was an amazing game. What you talking? I was going for the Seahawks.
I think we all were at that time.
Oh yeah, that team was the beast.
I was just saying, the Legion of Boom was like a thing.
At the height. This at their peak.
Should have been talking trash. Who was talking trash? Crabtree
there, man. I was in my room. I was like, wait, what did he say? Are they fighting on TV?
I was sitting there like, yo, Richard Sherman is crazy as hell.
Don't you ever talk about me.
Who was talking about you? Crabtree.
Crabtree. I was like, come on, Sherman. And then he went to.
That's probably what
now he's on San Francisco now.
Michael Crabtree is nowhere to be seen.
I don't know what Crabtree is. Where is he?
He was playing on some team. I just remember his someone snatched his chain off of him.
Let me see. Was it Michael Crabtree?
Yeah. Texas Tech.
I don't think he's playing anymore.
I wouldn't be surprised.
His last season was 2019 for the Cardinals.
Nah, it wasn't too long ago. It was literally like last season.
So? I forgot last season even happened. I forgot who was in the Super Bowl.
Who was? How do you forget that? It was San Francisco and the Chiefs.
Oh, it was.
They gave us a redemption for the year prior, when the Rams played the Patriots.
That Super Bowl was boring.
Snooze fest. Straight snooze. I was mad I watched it. The whole thing, too. I think that was made it worse. I watched the whole thing.
WWE gave us a special halftime heat. That was better than the whole Super Bowl.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing from start to finish. And I was like,
what was that? Maroon 5 was this halftime show? Nobody wanted to
probably,
see that.
That's probably why it sucked. But
the score was like 13-3.
It was terrible. I kid you not. It exposed what's his name for the Rams? Golf.
Oh yeah. Golf and the head coach.
Yeah, Sean McVay.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a young coach. He's such an innovative offense.
3 points. 3
Play
points.
Bill. Yeah, it's a real innovative offense, all right. But nah. So yeah. So yeah, I'm glad we touched on that first.
Right. I'm the only Amigos.
Just got my opinion out there, bro. It's okay.
How about all right? We're gonna talk about what you did. What was that? I think it was last night. Last night's edition of the Great Debaters.
What'd I do?
No, we were doing the pre-production meeting, and then you bring up the police brutality and protests, and then I just ran the episode from there. I was like, this is good. This juicy right here.
I mean, it's what's going on right now, bro. It's on my heart. I had to bring it up with my brother.
This is America Part 1.
Shucks, is this is America Part 2, bro?
Oh yeah, we gonna have that.
I was just saying, like I had my landlord over earlier today. Kind dude, white guy. He was just talking to us about his everything going on with him. And he's like, I've just been doing my research, bro. I just want to let you guys know, like, I stand in solidarity for everything that's going on right now. Like, it's just been like an emotional wreck for me personally because I've like listened and I've heard a couple stories so far, and it's like it's heartbreaking. Mm-hmm. I was just like, I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, this is a daily reality for a lot of people. In my mind, I'm sitting there like still looking at people blaming these minority communities for the things that are happening to them. I'm still looking at people trying to make this a political thing, blaming leftists or blaming liberals for what happens in the Black community. And it's mind-boggling, bro, to see people make these statements and then like to see people try to put words in other people's mouths. Yeah, so I you sit there and you look at it and it's like racism is a real problem in America. I don't know why people don't want to acknowledge it or want to hide behind the veil of it or want to sit there and act like it's not a big deal. What was it? I watched the clip right earlier. There was a city in Forest, Georgia. The county there was predominantly white for a long time, and it wasn't by accident.
Of course.
They wanted to keep the city white. There was a man who stood up proudly and told, because who was it? Oprah, back when Oprah was Oprah, you know, before she became Oprah. Oprah she was interviewing the county, and interviewing the county, and one guy stood up and he was like, I'm one of the councilmen for the county here, one of the chairman for the county here, and I say we take great pride in keeping this county white, not letting any people of color live here, any people who are gay, and such and so forth and so forth. And I was like, so it's not just people of color, but anybody you guys don't align with. She was like, yes, ma'am. And he's smiling through the whole thing.
It's like, yes, ma'am.
Smiling through the whole thing. And then she brought up the point that, like, I know that some of you people brought up concerns that you fear African Americans and Black people here. Can anybody tell me what exactly you fear about African Americans and Blacks? And one man stood up and he gave his story. He's like, I was born in Atlanta. All right, cool, bro. I moved from Atlanta. All right, you moved from Atlanta, came back, and saw what happened to the city. It's like Blacks that came in and ruined it, turned it into an infested slum. It used to be a good neighborhood. Now it's a rat-infested slum. I'm like, okay, cool. No, I'm not saying like it's cool. But he just goes on to explain that, like, there's a difference between Black people.
I know.
And niggers.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, there's a difference between Black people and niggers. I'm just like,
that's a difference.
Sucks. I was like, there's a difference, but like, you ain't answered the question. What do you fear about blacks?
Right. What do you fear about black side, that side in general?
Well, I mean, it was just telling. That was back in '87, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That was a full
I'm gonna have to
segregated
go
county.
check it out.
That was a full segregated county in the United States in '87. That wasn't that long ago. Like 40 years.
About 35, 40 years
Almost.
ago.
Almost 40 years ago.
That's crazy. That's 35 years ago. That means we getting up there.
Sex.
We getting up there, Bryce.
I blessed this earth 7 years later. But no, it's like, nah, when I say that, 7 years later, I'll be 26. Yeah, but that was even like 35 years ago.
That is crazy. And people still think the same today.
People still think the same today. So I'm just, and then you see videos of people recanting the history of slavery in America from the first slave being brought over in 1619.
Yeah, ish.
1619, 200 odd years of slavery, and about 80 odd years of oppression. And then we get to where we are today, right? With these systemic issues still in place.
It's still oppressed in a way, but
still very much oppressed. Like, I mean, like, the resources that are afforded to black people now is more than what they had back then. Like, even when they started to segregate, like desegregate schools and try to be more inclusive, I just tried to understand why people were so hateful towards these children who, and by far, most part, didn't want to be integrated in these schools. They knew exactly what would happen.
Oh yeah, and that could be argued for both sides.
No, it can't be argued for both sides because it's kind of like
blacks don't want the white people in there either.
Nah, it's true because, like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you bring someone else into your environment who's been hostile towards you for the majority of your life, and it's kind of like, oh, this is all I'm gonna get from them. Then when you take these kids and you put them in these hostile environments, like, it's not safe for anybody. I mean, I'm all happy for the inclusion. It's brought a lot of people together.
Right.
This led a lot of people to realize that there's nothing to fear from either side. You know, we all still bleed red. We all
I don't bleed red. I bleed blue. I'm playing.
That means you're from another planet, Chris. I'm scared.
Democrat.
Oh, don't be that guy. See, look, people make
in that sense.
People,
but I do bleed red.
People making things political again, man. I don't understand that.
Man, did you see? I laugh every time it's not supposed to be funny, but it was funny to me. Did you see what Trump said about George Floyd and whatever he said about George Floyd? He was like, if George Floyd was looking down on the protests, I was like, what?
You can't speak
Trump.
On the dead man for him.
Trump, what are you doing?
Have you seen his did you see his answer towards fixing racial inequality in the country?
What did he say?
The economy.
Well, that's one part. That's one small step.
It's one small step for sure, but like at the same time, are you going to pump money back into these low income communities? It's like what is boosting the economy really going to do? People, like I read in some people's comments is like, like create jobs, create financial equality for some, for different individuals with different backgrounds. I'm just like, cool, bro. You increase the economy, you bring more money in, yada yada, so forth and so on. But like, are you going to put this money back into these communities so they can pull themselves up? Now, where's the money going?
Right. So this is what he said. This is word for word because I have it. I'm okay. Put my mic up so they can hear me. Okay. I'm going to do it like how Trump says it. We all saw what happened last week. We can't let that happen. Hopefully George is looking down and saying, this is a great thing that's happening for our country. It's a great day for him. Really, it is. Big league. It's a great day for everybody. Trump said that in his thing, blah, 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 blah. This is a great day in terms of equality. Equality. This is a great day for equality. Is this a great day for equality? I don't think so.
No, not at all. I can't.
It's another video snippet of what needs to be handled.
Like
we've had riots, we've had protests.
We've had riots. We had protests for 7 straight days.
And this is before the verdict.
Boy, ooh, I keep mentioning this verdict.
I keep on mentioning that because this is before anything even happens to anybody.
As funny as that is, like what we talked about yesterday, I'm actually watching the documentary on Netflix right now, LA 92.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. That's a good one.
They were talking about the riots in Los Angeles at that time. I was just sitting there like this, like y'all thought stuff was crazy beforehand. Let the cops get acquitted. Let the 4 officers get acquitted because now they're facing up to 40 years in prison for what they did or for what happened. I'm gonna say they did.
Was it like it's like a less sentence though? It's like 3rd-degree murder or something like that. For
some, I think for the officer at hand, in which they found who committed the actual crime of murder, he has. They're pushing. I think they pushed for 2nd degree because I think they said they had enough evidence for that. Yeah. Not 1st degree. Like anybody who wants to sign a petition to like get him with 1st-degree murder, there's not enough evidence for that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
If you're watching, don't do that, please.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, like for real, there's not. Because like it wasn't premeditated. He didn't go out to kill George Floyd.
Shoot.
So don't push for 1st-degree murder.
What?
It's true. But nah, yeah. But nah. So I was like, yeah. This whole thing, like, yeah, y'all talking about these riots that have been going on and all this looting that been going on, bro. Let us get like a year. Let's move forward fast for like a year, right? Because appeals, going to court, appeals, going to court, appeals, going to court. Not gonna try all 4 at the same time.
Right. They better not.
Yeah, not gonna try all 4 at the same time. So we'll say like fast forward a year from now, all these insured businesses and other businesses that were destroyed by the looting and things like that will be rebuilt. If not, something else will take their place. And let these 4 cops get acquitted. Or let the man what's his name? Derek Chauvin?
Yeah, Chauvin, yeah.
Let Chauvin get acquitted for the 2nd-degree murder charge.
Let me just tell you what's gonna happen if he gets acquitted. Because
you know what's gonna happen. Go ahead, speak it, brother. Go ahead, tell them.
Because we saw what happened with Michael Brown in Ferguson and St. Louis. They pretty much almost tore that city to the ground. You saw what happened with Rodney King.
LA rioted for weeks.
LA riots. The 65 riots was just stayed in like South Los Angeles. The Rodney King riots was the whole city of LA was burning down.
The city, like all of South Central LA.
South Central.
I mean, every
Venice Beach.
every community
downtown.
Watts.
Good
old Watts.
East LA.
Compton.
Which is the highest concentration of minorities in America? East LA. It's like 98% Mexican.
I would have thought.
That is crazy.
Really crazy. But no, yeah, bro. Let these guys get off. Y'all gonna see Ferguson like 2.0, like worse.
True. The 92 riots.
Or
10.0. What you mean? It's the whole country. It's not just LA. This is like the whole country.
Yeah, bro. Like people are like lucky that it, like people are lucky like that stayed in Ferguson. This one spread from Minneapolis to Los Angeles to Seattle to Texas,
Australia,
France. Like the world got involved in this one.
That's the power of social media, guys.
The world got involved in this one. Now
it was on BBC. That's how bad it got.
It was on BBC?
Yeah, it was on BBC. I was watching BBC. I was like, all right, y'all, these guys better be convicted.
The world is gonna burn.
They might see the Sydney Opera House burn down.
Oh God, no,
that's not good.
That's not good at all. Like
they might see London bridges falling down for real. My Fair Lady.
I'll put it like I ain't trying to speak this into existence. I'm over here thinking to myself like this. Y'all want to talk about
Tower P's are gonna go down.
Y'all want to talk about black on black crime? Shoot, that black on white crime number gonna go a real
high.
Real high. Remember what I said yesterday about crime being a part of proximity? These people got to start taking like carpool lanes out to the suburbs.
Man, we going to West Bloomfield. We stopping at Woodward and 16 Mile, and everybody that's white pour brickheads. We're not going to do that, folks. I'm not going to do that. All right.
We're not condoning that.
I'm not condoning violence. We're just fantasizing. But
I'm not fantasizing violence either.
Me neither. I'm not fantasizing, but you know what I meant.
Let people know this is what it is.
This is what this is what might happen.
Y'all thought this last week was bad?
We find Joel Chapman not guilty. Boom. Bomb in Minneapolis.
Y'all remember the Hunger Games at the Rudad? The Rudad.
Mm-hmm.
District 3. Ooh, boy. We going in.
It's gonna be the bigger cities first. It's gonna be Minneapolis, of course, because that's where it happened.
Oh, it's always gonna be the bigger cities first. Like all the major cities.
In the most socially aware cities, probably New York, LA, San Francisco,
Philly, Detroit. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. It's not gonna be nice.
Toronto, St. Louis.
Yeah, it's just the
Dallas,
UK.
The UK, Houston,
Paris,
Miami,
France,
Atlanta.
It's just gonna be bad, bro.
It's just crazy.
It's gonna be. Yeah, but
so we can't be great, but we will be great.
Let's pray for better days.
We will be great again, not in Trump's terms, but we as a country will be great again.
I mean, I believe that, like, wholeheartedly. I mean, like, we gotta. This has really sparked a lot of people to have some very uncomfortable conversations with themselves.
Right. Wait, hold up. I'm gonna retract what I said. We're gonna be great. We've never been great. We're going to be great.
I
sound like a red person right there. I'm sticking with my blue.
I'm sticking on my left.
We will be great.
Staying on my left side, I feel it.
I'm not far left, but I'm on the left side.
There's nothing wrong with that, bro. I believe. I mean, like in the world of politics, I mean, it's fine to dabble.
Oh, I dabble on the red. I'd be like, all right, we deserve some money. I like my McDonald's.
You be like this. You like, I'm blue, but sometimes I like to mix in that red to get that violet.
All right. We got to keep these companies afloat. So we got to do what they want, right? However, everybody needs to be treated the same. So I go back on this side.
Social reform is important. Remember that. Social reform is important.
Yes.
What's next on the list? What we got? What else we got?
Social reform is on the list.
Is it?
Oh no, it's not on the list.
Oh, okay. What is it?
We got
what's we got in the Q&A? We got bills to pay.
All right.
Imaginary bills to pay. I just paid all mine.